Today, we're putting two very different drivers head-to-head, the Wilson Staff C300 golf driver versus the Pine Meadow PGX offset golf driver review and comparison. One is a tech-packed, tour-inspired club built for power and precision, while the other is a budget-friendly, slice-fighting option designed for beginners and casual golfers. The product we will talk about first, Wilson Staff C300 golf driver. The C300 launched back in 2017-2018 as part of Wilson's crossover line, and that word crossover says a lot. This driver was built to bridge the gap between players' drivers, which focus on control, and game improvement drivers, which are all about forgiveness. At launch, it retailed around $399, positioning it in the mid to upper tier market. Wilson designed this for mid to low handicap players who want adjustability and performance, but without sacrificing too much forgiveness. So, not a pure distance monster, not a pure slice fixer, more of a balanced middle ground. First, the power holes. These are cut-through slots on the crown and sole filled with urethane. They allow the face to flex more at impact, which means more ball speed across a wider area of the face. Wilson claims you can get up to 13% more deflection. That's roughly 7 extra yards of carry. Second, the adjustable hosel. You can tweak loft up by 2 degrees or down by 1 degree, giving you a nice wide span between 8 and 14 degrees. Third, interchangeable sole weights. The C300 has 3 weight ports, and you can move the 6-gram and 2-gram weights around to adjust spin, trajectory, and bias, draw, fade, or neutral. Add in a reactive face design for consistent speed, a compact 460cc head shape with a bold matte red crown, and a stock Fujikura Speeder Pro 58 shaft, and you've got a package built to be tuned to your swing rather than just plug and play. Build quality is solid here. The hosel mechanism and weight ports feel sturdy and lock down tight if you treat them right. The urethane-filled slots don't rattle, and overall, it feels like a premium head in the hand. That deep matte red finish is one of its most polarizing features. Some golfers love it because it's bold and unique. Others think it's distracting at address. Either way, it definitely stands out compared to the sea of black and gray drivers. Launch and spin. When dialed in, the C300 produces a high launch with surprisingly low spin. For fast swingers, that can mean extra distance. Some testers reported average carries around 275 yards. But here's the caveat. In certain loft and weight setups, spin can get too low, making it hard to keep the ball airborne consistently. Forgiveness. Thanks to the power holes and reactive face, off-center hits peep decent ball speed, but dispersion, meaning shot consistency, isn't as tight as the top-tier forgiving drivers from Callaway or TaylorMade. So yes, it's forgiving, but not max forgiveness. Sound and feel. This one is subjective. Some players love the solid, powerful thwack. Others say it can sound a little tinny, especially on center strikes. Personally, I'd call it middle of the road, not muted, not obnoxiously loud. Workability. With the movable weights and hosel adjustments, you can definitely shape shots, draws, fades, higher or lower flights. It's all on the table if you take the time to experiment. But that's key. Out of the box, it might not give you optimal results. You really need a fitting or some range time to unlock its best performance. Durability is what you'd expect from a modern adjustable driver. The matte crown will show scratches over time if you're careless, and the weight ports can wear if you constantly swap them. But take care of it. Clean the threads, don't over-tighten, and store it properly, and this club should last you years. Wilson Staff C300 golf driver pros and cons. Pros: strong adjustability with both hosel and sole weights. Power hose gives solid ball speed even on mishits. Distinctive, attractive red finish. Cons: spin can drop too low for some golfers. Not as forgiving as top-tier easy drivers. Sound can be divisive.
Product I will talk about next is Pine Meadow PGX Offset Golf Driver. The PGX Offset Driver is a budget-friendly 460cc driver that's designed with one clear mission: reduce that slice and give you more confidence off the tee. With a matte black finish, clean white and green accents, and an included head cover, it looks good in the bag without breaking the bank. But the real selling point here is its offset anti-slice technology. The face sits slightly behind the hosel, making it appear more closed at address. That simple tweak helps golfers square the face at impact and avoid those frustrating right field misses. First up, forgiveness. That oversized 460cc head means you've got a big sweet spot. Mishits, especially on the heel, aren't nearly as punishing as they would be with a smaller or traditional driver. When it comes to distance and launch, don't expect miracles. This isn't going to outgun a $600 driver with carbon faces and movable weights. But if you put a decent swing on it, you'll see a nice high launch and very respectable carry distance. Spin tends to be on the higher side, so you may sacrifice a little rollout, but for newer players or those who just want to get the ball airborne, that's a win. Now for shot shaping. Here's where the trade-off comes in. This club is built to fight a slice, so if you're trying to hit a fade on purpose, good luck. The offset design makes that tough. It leans towards straight shots or slight draws. For beginners or mid-handicappers, that's perfect, but advanced players might feel limited. Offset face design, that's the big one. It helps square up the face at impact. 460cc head size, the largest size allowed, giving you more forgiveness. Matte black finish, reduces glare and keeps your focus at address. Head cover included. Not always the case at this price point, but nice to see here. You won't find adjustable weights, carbon crowns, or exotic shaft options here. This is simple, straightforward, and built to do one job: reduce slices. In terms of build quality, it's solid for the price. You're not getting tour-level craftsmanship, but you're also not paying tour-level prices. The matte black finish is actually a smart choice because it hides scratches and dings better than glossy drivers. Some golfers have noted small cosmetic imperfections, but honestly, for under $100 in most cases, it's impressive. When it comes to feel, center strikes give you a satisfying pop. Mishits? Yeah, they feel a little harsh, but that's expected at this price point. User experience is where this driver shines. Confidence at address is huge. That offset look makes you feel like you can swing freely without worrying about slicing it into the next fairway. Forgiveness is real here. If you're a beginner or high handicapper, you'll likely notice straighter, more consistent drives right away. Durability-wise, as long as you're not smashing it into cart paths or rocks, the club will hold up well. The matte finish resists scratches, and the included head cover adds protection. Just wipe it down after rounds, avoid leaving it baking in your trunk, and it'll last you plenty of seasons. Design-wise, it's simple but effective. Matte black, white, and green accents. It looks modern and sporty without trying too hard. Weight-wise, it's in a standard range for drivers, around 300 to 330 grams total, though it doesn't have adjustable weighting like pricier models. And finally, value. This is where the PGX offset wins. At a fraction of the cost of premium drivers, it gives beginners and slicers a real tool to get the ball in play more consistently. For golfers on a budget, it's one of the best bang-for-buck options out there. Pine Meadow PGX Offset Golf Driver, pros and cons. Pros: helps correct slices, large forgiving sweet spot, easy to hit, minimal learning curve, matte finish, looks sharp and hides scratches. Cons: not much shot shaping flexibility. Higher spin can cost you distance. No adjustability or premium materials. Wilson Staff C300 Golf Driver versus Pine Meadow PGX Offset Golf Driver Review and Comparison. Differences. Adjustability and custom tuning. Wilson Staff C300, very adjustable. It has a 6-way adjustable hosel covering lofts from about 8 degrees to 14 degrees in 0.5 degree increments, plus interchangeable weights, 2 6-gram and 1 2-gram
for draw, fade, or neutral bias. Pine Meadow PGX Offset Golf Driver, much more limited or fixed. The PGX is primarily built with its offset design rather than offering many tuning options. No evidence of broad weight or hosel adjustment in the sources. Spin and launch characteristics. Wilson Staff C300 tends toward a low spin design. In reviews, testers observed that with certain weight settings, it could spin too low for some players, requiring loft-up adjustments to bring it into a more optimal spin window. Pine Meadow PGX Offset Golf Driver. The offset design is meant to reduce side spin, slice, but likely does not go as aggressively toward low spin as the C300 in every configuration. Some users report it helps straighten drives. 3. Who each is good for? Which golfer profile? Wilson Staff C300 is good for mid-handicap to lower handicap golfers who want both distance and workability and who are comfortable tinkering with weights and loft settings to optimize performance. Players with moderately high to high swing speed who can benefit from a lower spin design or who need to manage spin.